and then I will explain.
عقربني مو
المكان اللي المكان اللي لقيت فيه القديسه هيلانا لقيت فيه الخليج بتاع المسيح.
First station is the place where he meets Maria Magdalena, where he meets Virgin Mary. It's over there as well. And we are now at the fifth station, as you can see. 5 Catholic Church, the 2 hands, the cross with 4 crosses, the Franciscan a cross with also the stigmata of Jesus, the 4 crosses, Via Dolorosa, and here at the fifth station, Simon from Cyrene asked Jesus to carry the cross. That's what you see over here. And this is the only stone that remained from that time. According to the tradition, that's the stone where he laid his hand to have some rest. Okay, let's continue, please. Now we walk slowly, but let's...
Voy a estar aquí con
The Armenian Quarter, this is the one behind. Some of the houses here are Armenian, some Jewish, and the Jewish Quarter that starts more or less here. The Jewish Quarter starts more or less here. The Jewish left the quarter along the Independence Wall. They left it because there were not enough soldiers to hold it. They passed to Jordan, and at the end of the war, they passed again to Israel, and this area was under Jordanian rules until 1967. And when they came back after the 6 Days War, they wanted to dig, to remake and to rebuild the houses, and then they fall off a lot of historical sites, like this one. What you see here is the open piece part of 1 kilometer street along the Byzantine time that was Champs-Élysées of Jerusalem. Or in New York, it's the Fifth Avenue. Fifth Avenue in New York City, with shops, with taxis like camels, taxi camel, taxi donkey, people walked, people shopped, people baked, and there were a lot of handcraft, and so and so and so. We know it for sure, those columns. And the floor, most of the floor is from the Byzantine time. Like we fall here on 1,500 years ago, main street of Jerusalem, and now it is integrated inside the renovation of the Jewish quarter. Let's go. Along the 15th, 16th century, and this shows you the direction of the prayer. As you can see here, those inscriptions that bless God and Allah and Muhammad and so on. As the King David's tomb became as well the mosque, the site became a mosque. What happened? So what is this? This is a construction that was made by the Crusaders. It was very important for them as for those that came before to mention the site where the Last Supper happened, where Jesus delivers and gives the wine and says, "This is my blood," and when he gives the bread, "This is my body," and where the disciples eat with him the supper of Easter before they will leave. They will go down the Kidron Valley and they will go
Peter was successful. Peter, after that, preached everything about the word of peace and teaching every
Order of the sites is that first of all we will start by King David's tomb, then we will go to the Last Supper room, and then we will go to Zion's Gate, and from Zion's Gate you can have shade here as well if you want. From Zion's Gate we will go to the Old City, and the rest of it you already use. So Zion, Mount Zion. First of all, Zion is the name of the movement. It's Zionist movement. What does it mean, the Zionist movement? It's complicated right now in those days. But that's the movement that believes in the rights of the Jewish people, the Zion movement. Zionism, Zionist, etc. Yes, Zioni. They believe in the right of the Jewish people to come and to live here as a Jewish nation, as a Jewish country, or Israeli country, yes? Because this is the country of their ancestors, those that believe in this principle, yes, in this concept, and they are ready to do things to achieve it. finally are Zionists. Those that don't believe it are not Zionists. All right? Okay, so Mount Zion. Zion is a word that is mentioned in the Bible several times. It is as well the name of Jerusalem, of this movement, and of the mountain. Now the mountain is very interesting because there are many ancient cemeteries here. There are ancient walls here that surrounded Jerusalem once upon a time. And what we see here, we stand here because it's a good location to see three main spots on Mount Zion. We see here the Dormition Church. This is a German church. There is a monastery as well nearby. It includes as well a monastery. It is a new church that was inaugurated at 1906. The architect is German, Henrik Renard. And we see this is the one, and it was really closed for a long time for works. They worked on it since a few years, during COVID and after COVID. This is the most important site perhaps for the Christian world, because there is an agreement that of all communities, Christian communities, that the dome that you see there, just a very simple dome, is the place, the location, not the construction, but the location of the Last Supper. This is the Last Supper room. We're going to see it in a minute. And under it is King David's tomb. And the roof was the place where the Jewish people could come and see the Western Wall until 1967, as they could not get to the Western Wall because it was in Jordanian hands. So this was the prayer place for the Jewish, because from a distance they could see the Western Wall. We don't see the Western Wall from this roof now because there is a tree or two trees, cypress trees, and they just shade the wall. And anyway, we go now to the wall, yes. At 19